Water slides. We've all been on one, we've all seen them, we've all wanted to go on a big one before. But what are the strangest and the most flamboyant water slides in the world? Well, today I'm going to be reacting to the top 10 strangest water slides according to this man's video. I'll be leaving the link to the original video and the channel in the description, so no copyright please. Let's get on with it. Top 10 strangest water slides. But before we start, if you haven't already, leave a subscribe to the channel if you are new and you want to see more videos like this. And don't forget to leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see me react to next.
Slide sounds like a simple concept on paper, but various companies are on a constant search for new and strange ways to innovate them.
That's
Recently,
mental.
I conducted a couple of polls with my viewers to determine the most unique water slide ever conceived. Here are the top 10 strangest water slides as voted on by the viewers. Number 10, the Aqua Scoot. Made by Canadian manufacturer Bailey Rides. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be a skipping stone, this ride is for you. After reaching the top, guests will board rafts that resemble snow sleds. Riders grab onto the handlebars and are tilted downwards towards the slope. The rafts quickly descend, picking up quite a bit of speed on the way down. By the time they reach the pool, they will have enough momentum to skim across the surface having a race. Of the water. This is pretty much the closest you'll get to walking on water. Eventually, the rafts will slow down enough to sink, leaving riders chock full of adrenaline. Though one of these slides used to operate at Florida's Adventure Island, it was recently removed in 2018. Fortunately, you can find more installations across the globe. Number 9.
That looks really cool because I've always been interested in the whole walking on water thing. I remember when I was younger and Dynamo and Magician Impossible came out for their first season. I think of the first season. One of his big ones was he walked on the River Thames, and I remember seeing that on TV and I was thinking, wow, that is crazy. I'm pretty sure that he stands on these like platforms, but as far as a strange water slide goes, I guess that's a bit strange. But you're just on a raft kind of a water, really, aren't you? You know, I guess it's a bit like walking on water, but yeah, kind of skidding on your arse across the water more than anything.
Made by Turkish manufacturer Poland Water Parks. Though water slides are serpent-like in general, one model's resemblance to the animal is uncanny.
That looks really cool. Oh, look at that!
Cobra water slide has a shape and design based on the snake species of the same name. This racing slide design can carry 2 rafts at a time on parallel paths. After winding down a few turns, riders will plunge down the slide's main drop.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Feature serves as the snake's head, and guests will travel upwards towards the mouth. Water pours down from the fangs, naturally representing the cobra's venom. But instead of being poisonous and deadly, this venom is cool and refreshing. Its unique design and engaging racing feature makes it one of the most visually stunning slides on the market.
I do like that. That looks really sick.
Made by Swiss manufacturer System Clower. What happens when you cross a ski jump in a water slide? You get the high fly model.
Alright, say something real quick. I got mad respect for ski jumpers. Imagine, I was talking with my dad or my mate about this the other week. You know when you jump off these ski jumps, all you've got is 2 little planks of plasticky wood below you to protect you. And that isn't even that much protection. I mean, obviously you've got, you know, some body protection on, but if you land that wrong, your legs will snap in half. Just think about that for a minute. You jump in like hundreds and hundreds of feet, or a couple hundred feet. If you land that wrong, you are screwed. I have mad respect. All my ski jumpers out there, I got mad respect for you.
Design is both bizarre and fascinating.
Oh.
Passengers will start off by entering a windowed box and seating themselves on the slide. After shifting their momentum forward, riders will pick up speed on an enclosed slide before suddenly going airborne. A soft slope mat underneath will not only catch riders, but measure their distance as well. At the bottom,
it slows them down really fast.
Will bring the ride experience to a splash-tacular end. With
That's
its
a bit
creativity,
G's, isn't it?
And airtime, this slide really stands out in the industry. And if you ever wanted to do a ski jump in the summertime, see if you could find a high fly near you. Number 7, the Freestyle. That was an advert. By System Clower. You may have heard of stand-up roller coasters, but stand-up water slides? Yep, they exist too. Once again, the fine folks at System Clower have given us another strange and unique slide model. This one is by far one of their oddest ever. Unlike most slides where you sit down or lay down, guests ride this slide on their feet. using railings on the side to stay balanced. Along the way, jets of water provide constant lubrication to the slide, ensuring a nice, smooth descent. The exact standing pose is up to the rider, hence the name freestyle. Being able to surf on a water slide is something you wouldn't think is safe, or even possible for that matter, but thanks to Clara, this fantasy has become reality. Number 6.
That looks so bad. I'm sorry. Cool innovation, but it's called a slide, not a water surf. What? Maybe I'd go on it once just to see what it was like, and maybe that would change my opinion, and maybe I'll have fun with it one day. But what? A water slide, as in slide on your feet, you stand up, it's like that wide? No, thank you. I'd rather go on a water slide.
The Cannonball, made by
Okay, yeah, here we go.
A launched water slide almost sounds too weird to exist. In reality, though, such a creation has existed for years. Though the slide itself is extremely short, the way it's written no doubt earns it a spot on this list. After boarding the stainless
sick.
steel
That isn't really a slide though,
passengers
is
wait
it?
as a large canister behind them fills with water, shooting guests forward with the force of 1,500
1.2
liters
bars
of water. That's
water.
around 250 toilet flushes. The force of the water is enough to shoot guests up the slide slope, sending them splashing into the pool below. In terms of visual appeal and creativity, V-Gun really hit it out of the park with this one. If we could see more of these slides out there, that would be pretty amazing.
If there was one that launched you like 150 feet, then yeah, that'd be pretty impressive. But that looks like it launches you maybe as far as my bed. I've got a normal sized king double bed. It doesn't look like it launched you that far. Maybe about 10 foot if you're lucky and you're about 3 years old. But who would put a 3-year-old on one of them? It looks nice, from a distance, probably, yeah, it is quite visually impressive. But I think when you're on it, I just don't see how it would be as fun. You get me?
Storm Chaser, made by System Clar. With this slide,
she looks
water
happy.
meets wind, and it all leads up to a surreal high-tech experience. If Aang, Sokka, and Katara joined forces to make a water slide, it would be the Storm Chaser. This slide utilizes a giant fan, which can generate wind speeds of around 75 miles per hour.
Now this is cool.
Passengers board rafts with a large lid on the back.
Oh.
The lids catch the air from the fan, propelling the rafts forward. This allows it to operate with no gravity at all.
That's
true innovation
sick.
in the water slide market. The tube itself also contains colorful lighting effects, making for a truly dreamlike ride experience. The fact that System Clar has 3 spots on this list just goes to show how revolutionary their designs are. Number 4.
Big up System Clar, eh? Big up. That's actually really impressive. I really like that. I would love to go on one of them. Powered by wind, shoots you upwards to little bits of water to keep it a water slide. I like that. Very innovative. Never seen one of them like them before.
Sky Caliber, designed by Canadian company Sky Turtle Technologies and manufactured by American manufacturer Avalanche Waterslides.
Big
For
loop.
this model, engineers were tasked with coming up with a safe and efficient slide featuring a full-on vertical loop. Though it's pretty much impossible to make a looping body slide that isn't dangerous, Sky Turtle Technologies came up with a rather unorthodox solution. This solution came in the form of a giant capsule that passengers strap into. This aluminum-structured capsule seats one rider at a time, featuring a safety restraint and a screen to allow
Jesus
water
Christ!
and airflow. So far, only a prototype has been built, with some speculating that its complex design has turned off potential buyers.
Yeah.
It was allegedly planned for New Jersey's Action Park, but the project was quietly canceled. It's unknown if we'll see one of these slides open to the public, but it would be worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely. It looks dangerous, but if they can make it safe enough, I think with the free fall, it would eventually start to ricket the pod quite a bit, and it would cause some damage to the tube as well. But if they can work a way around that, especially with that free fall, you just go straight down, bang, 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 and cross the loop, or over the loop, I should say. It looks really cool, but I think it is maybe a bit dangerous. It doesn't look the most safe.
Number 3, the Slide Wheel, developed by V-Gun Meltzer and manufactured by Canadian manufacturer Whitewater.
Oh, this is one of them spinning ones. I've seen one of these recently.
Based on a suggestion by an 8-year-old Swiss boy, V-Gun's Slide Wheel combines a Ferris wheel and a water slide to make perhaps the most technologically advanced water park attraction on the market. This slide features an enormous
look at
rotating
that.
wheel with a single slide woven around it, and it really is something you'd have to see to believe. Passengers enter the slide through the center on a multi-person raft. After entering, the rotation of the slide will take riders through the twisting course. Along the way, the rafts will rock back and forth as gravity maneuvers them through the tube. After navigating the entire wheel section, the raft exits through the center, this time on the opposite side. After another slide section, the ride will end shortly afterwards. This slide was an instant hit upon hitting the market.
I
the
bet.
first model at China's
I bloody
Qilong
bet.
Water Park drew quite a few people to ride it. Since then, the industry has shown
Look at
great
that.
interest in this model, so expect to see more of these pop up. Number 2.
I've seen, not like seen with my own eyes, but I saw a video recently. Was it like Amusement Force or something, or is this I don't know. It was on some random channel that I subscribed to recently, and it was one of these big spinner ones. I think it was the one in Germany, the one he mentioned just now, and it showed people on it, and it looks insane. It looks crazy. It looks mad fun. It's not the fastest by any means, but the pure fun factor of being on a water slide is legitimately going round and round like a Ferris wheel. It just looks sick. I would love to go on one of them one day. It just looks like an experience unlike none other. I really like that.
Located at the Netherlands Tiki Bad, one of the most famous water
Alright, number
parks in
2.
the Netherlands is undoubtedly Tiki Bad. This
Oh, these
indoor and
H2O
outdoor
balls.
water
Oh, hello.
park features a plethora of thrilling slides to check out, but at one point in time, it was home to perhaps the scariest slide of all time.
Alright, give it to me.
Imagine a water slide with no air and only water inside, one that sucks you through it like Augustus Gloop in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It sounds terrifying, but it actually existed. First opening in 1994, this slide known as Flyover would be known as the world's only underwater water slide. Riders would enter a pool and dive underwater towards the slide's entrance. They would
That's
then be
dangerous.
sucked up into the slide and taken through it before ending up in another pool. Like me when I first found out about it, you may be wondering how such a slide is even possible. The answer is
Or
science.
legal.
Specifically, this phenomenon is known as the communicating vessels principle. This principle dictates that water can easily be
Markiplier.
transported through a tube, thanks to the forces of gravity and air pressure. This will work just as long as the second container's water level is lower than the first. So since the second pool's water line was lower than the first, guests would naturally be sucked right through the slide. As a safety measure, the slide was capable of draining in around 5 seconds if riders got stuck. Eventually, this slide became far too expensive for the park to operate. Most riders were terrified of the very idea of the slide, so it didn't receive a high ridership. Plus, concerns over riders panicking and inhaling water before the slide could drain was reportedly a deciding factor as well. It's unlikely we'll ever see one of these slides again. But if you got a chance
with
to
good
check it out,
reason.
let me know about it in the comments. Number 1.
Right, before we get to number 1, that is... that's strange. A water slide that's just water. No room for breathing. Now, see, someone like me, I can't go in the water without breathing through my nose. Whenever I go in the water, I always breathe through my nose, no matter what, no matter how hard I try, and I've got to have my eyes open. So I've always got to be like this. I can't do this more than like 15 seconds. So someone like me, I'd be absolutely screwed unless I had some like mad nose pegs and some big ass goggles on my face. I just wouldn't, I would not go on that unless I was given a significant bag for it. Yeah, anyways, on to number 1, the Cannonball Loop. I've heard of this. I believe this got... Oh, no, I'll just let the video explain.
Cannonball Loop, located at New Jersey's Action Park. One infamous part of New Jersey history is Action Park. This amusement park has become well known over the years for its dangerous attractions. Due to a lack of safety regulations, many of the park's rides would cause a variety of serious injuries over the years. Perhaps the most notorious attraction was the Cannonball Loop water slide. This slide was pretty much a clickbait YouTube video in real life. It was actually dangerous, and it was actually banned. According to
react to them videos, that was mad.
This slide was, quote, the brainchild of some Swiss guy they imported on a week-long visa. This slide would do what no water slide had done before, incorporate a vertical loop. Unlike the Sky Caliber, passengers wouldn't be strapped into a capsule. This attraction was far from safe.
Pure body, no capsule at all.
To test it out, they would come out with missing limbs. They would also allegedly pay staff $100 each to test it themselves. And upon its opening, one park guest claimed he hit his head on the slide while descending the loop and was knocked unconscious. While the slide did have an escape hatch for those who couldn't make it through the loop, the injuries were still undeniable. The slide would only be open for a brief period of time in 1985 before being reportedly shut down by state officials. Nowadays, the park still operates as the infinitely safer Mountain Creek Water Park. During a brief rebranding as Action Park in the mid-2010s, park officials planned on opening a Sky Caliber model as a
well, they didn't learn from their first mistake.
Once again,
it's that.
came of those plans. Perhaps Waterslides just weren't meant to have loops.
There we go, right. So that was Top's 10 Strangest Water Slides. That was a cool video full of strange water slides. Which ones would you like to go on personally? Let me know in the comments down below. I would like to go on the spinning one and the wind one that pushes you up. I really like them. They look really cool. So once again, yeah, if you want to see me react to anything else, let me know in the comments down below and I will get onto that as soon as possible, as long as there's no copyright music or I won't get in trouble for reacting to it. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So with that said, I have been BDFO18. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all on Wednesday.